thank you all for coming today to our announcement of the Buy Denver initiative. My name is James Mejia, and I'd like to serve as Denver's next mayor. And I believe that in order to make sure that Denver gets back on the path to prosperity, that we need to grow Denver's small business community. Now, we should know that 95% of all Denver businesses have less than 100 employees. And over 75% of all Denver businesses have less than 50 employees. And as you travel the country and talk to other cities, like Minneapolis, St. Paul, and if you ask them, how are you so successful in attracting to your city so many Fortune 500 firms? And they would tell you, it's not that we're so successful bringing large firms to town, it's that we're so successful in creating a kind of business environment so that our small and medium-sized firms can grow up together in our own city. That's the model for Denver, with such a high percentage of small businesses in our town. We are blessed that those businesses are in many different industries and many different categories. And we need to make sure that as those businesses grow, we always maintain a sense of diversity amongst the kinds of work that those businesses do. We're here today talking about the Buy Denver initiative, and we're rolling out the Buy Denver, Hire Denver, Denver Made seal. And we're doing so because we know that when we support our local businesses, 77 cents of every dollar that we spend gets recycled in the Denver community. If we were to go out of state, only 33 cents of that dollar gets recycled in the Denver community. So it is imperative that as we look for buying goods and services in the Denver community, that we buy local. It's also important that when Denver city government goes out to buy products and services, that we're supporting our own firms. And when we talk about job creation, there's no way that that happens unless city government is showing leadership in procuring goods and services with Denver-owned firms. I'll give you a couple of examples. The first is with regard to the occupational privilege tax. When that check is written, it gets sent to Dallas, Texas, and the jobs go right along with it. When we look at creating art in Denver, on the Justice Center, a project over which I had oversight, the only part of that project over which that I didn't control was selection of the art. And unfortunately, on the courthouse and on the parking garage, none of the hundreds of thousands of dollars that we spent on art went to local Denver artists. That's got to change. It's happening in architecture, it's happening in contracting, and it's happening in other businesses and services around Denver. So city government has got to show some leadership. And through this initiative, through the seal, we will be giving a signal to Denver consumers that if you see products and services with this seal, you'll be buying from something made in Denver, you'll be supporting your friends and neighbors, and making sure that as you do, you'll be creating jobs here at home. So welcome today to our Buy Denver initiative. Thank you for taking some time. Several small business owners that have joined us here today. Dr. Deanna Miller from the Rising Sun Animal Care, Bradley Joseph from Silver Spur Productions, Carl Schmidt from Capitol Hill Mansion Bed and Breakfast, Ron Bernstein from Insight Communications, Keith Montoya from Doc One Solutions, Ian Harwick from Ian Harwick Coaching and Consulting. And I'd also like to thank Citizen Pictures and Frank Madsen and his team, because it is Citizen Pictures that has been the creator of our advertisements on television. And we chose Citizen Pictures not only because they're local, but because they're the best. And that is the challenge that we need to issue, that we have the best in our city, and we need to start using them. My name is James Mejia. I'm here to tell you that it's our Denver local businesses that will lead us to the path of prosperity again here in Denver. Thank you.
A question. How can businesses get that seal and learn more about the Denver Made initiative?
We are going to make the seal available to everyone who asks. And we want to make sure that it is widely used on products or services used here in Denver. And so we'll make it available on our website, and upon request, we'll send the graphics to anyone who wants to use the seal.
Thank you.
Shall we hear from a small business in Denver to hear how they're doing and what the next steps are here in Denver? Let me ask Dr. Deanna Miller from Rising Sun Animal Care to the podium. Yeah.